Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain roll, let rain
And good morning. Welcome to Today the Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with our odds maker Keith Fustel. Big Saturday. We'll get you all ready for that. Nice carryover today in that late pick five. I have a ticket for both the pick fives today, but first, the big story of the weekend, the Stronach 5 yesterday. We had a big carryover going into it, almost 170,000, and man, did the Stronach 5 players attack it yesterday. They put almost 900,000 new money into it. The pool was over $1 million and a big payout, 83 winning tickets. There's the payout, $10,945.40. I wasn't here yesterday. I was
But you gave it out
at a family's funeral. I think Constance Garrett was looking out for my ticket yesterday.
Wow.
Gave out a $72 Stronach 5 ticket, and the ticket hit, and a big payout. So more money for the fans. If I would have played it, it would have been a lower payout. We want big payouts, so more money for the fans.
Well, I tell you, great job. $72 ticket on a dollar-based wager. That's really honing in on your handicapping skills to get it done. Kudos to you, and hopefully, if anybody kind of was along for the ride with Stan, you know his address. Send something here. We'll be able to find it.
Maybe a ham sandwich for lunch
tips
or something.
appreciated, right?
So it started with a $20 winner. We had the first leg of it here at Laurel Park, race 9, and the Laurie Testerman 5-year-old mare, Dat Dares Gold, a $20 winner in the first leg. J.D. Acosta was aboard for the winning ride. I thought the favorite in that race might be a little suspect. And then you got a nice price say on Dr. Edgar for Barclay Tag, a Maryland guy, $960 on Dr. Edgar in the second leg. The third leg, you got a Moe's Ride, a Sydney's Candy, first-time starter. It was 10-1 morning line. Took all the late money. Went off about even money, 6-5. Paid $480. I let my man, Big George Weaver. He might have had some ice cream after that win. He likes that Ben and Jerry's. Lived with him one summer. My lone
really?
summer up
Okay.
at Saratoga galloping. George was a young up-and-coming trainer then, and good guy, and he ships down here. He does well, and here in Maryland, he does well down there at Gulfstream, so that's a good-looking first-time starter, Moe's Ride. And then Princess Run It was 4-1 morning line, and that horse got bet a little bit. That horse, she paid $840, and then the Hall of Famer, the Cajun Kid, the original Kid. We knew him as a kid around here when he started, right, and won the Eclipse as a bug boy. Kent DeSormo, Spy Ring, $960. So that's my new formula. Stay away from the heavy favorites as your key horse. Go 2-3 deep in those races. Try to beat a heavy favorite along with your ticket, and key on like a 3-1, 7-2 shot. And if you get that key horse home, that's a nice $960 price there. And then you get the other pieces of the puzzle, and you get a big payout.
And you had picked up on that DeSormo horse. Dropped back to sprinting last time out. Had some trouble. He was aggressive with the ride yesterday. Went ahead and sent. Took the lead, took the initiative, and I think they found out that Spiring. That's her game, sprinting. Keep her at that 6.5 for a long distance.
Yep. All right. So that was the Stronach 5 yesterday. Congratulations if you hit
Great
it.
job,
Jump
Stan.
right back in here. Thank you.
Yep.
We'll try to do it again here today. Let's take a look at our carryovers we have here Saturday afternoon. A little carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6, a little over 700. That'll start race 4 on the 9-race program, and then the big carryover, that late Pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout, starts in race 5. The late Pick 5 does, and there's the carryover, a little over $5,000, $575.37. So that should be well played today. I have a ticket for both the Pick 5s this afternoon.
Yeah.
So let's show you a picture of the main track. It looked good out there. It looked fast out there this morning. Saw some horses working out there this morning, and we'll have a nice fast track this afternoon.
Absolutely. Cloudy. I don't think we're going to see much of the sun today. Hopefully in the mid-40s, things warming up here in the Mid-Atlantic. And look, going back to the late pick 5 yesterday, you started almost with a free square, right? With the Marilyn McMullen horse. It was
okay.
like 4 to 5.
Heavy favorite.
Couple
sure.
prices in there. Rip and Riley, Lacey's horse, Destiny Over Fate paid a price. So nice job she's done with that horse too. I saw the shadow rolls went on yesterday. Still a little bit of rank tough to settle, but got that horse to finish. That's a quirky horse, but she's done a good job with that animal.
All right, so Lacey having a big weekend. She has some other live runners in this weekend as well. So let's get right to it here. Race 1's going to kick off the rolling super high 5 with that low 15% takeout. Every race with 7 or more horses, we have the rolling super high 5. So keep your eye on that throughout the day. Race 1 also kicks off the popular early pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout. Mandatory payout here on this early pick 5. Let's take a look at my ticket real quick. A $36 early pick 5 ticket. I go 4 deep here in the opener using the 1, 4, 6, 7, the 6. Dapperman, a first-time starter from the Donnie Barr barn. That's my top pick here in the opener. Race 2, that's an open 8,000 for 3-year-olds going a mile. I use the 2 favorites in there, the 2 and the 3. Race 3, I normally don't single on maidens. I don't like to do that, one of my rules, but I'm breaking my rule in race 3. As Benny Perkins Jr. I've liked him since he's been a winning outfit around here since I was young. You know the Perkins barn for sure.
Yes,
You get Trevor McCarthy, the 7, Spot Me If You Can, is supposed to be your 3 to 5 winner there in race 3. So I single on the 7 in the 3rd. Then I go 3 deep in race 4 with the 1, 3, 5. And then race 5's a wide open maiden 10 going a mile. I just go 3 deep there, 2, 10, 12. $36 ticket. You can study all our tickets some more on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. Let's take a look here at race 1. Maiden claiming 50,000 3-year-olds going 5.5 furlongs. I like the outside post this first-time starter gets. The 6, Dapperman, my top pick here in the opener. Ricardo Chappie rides this homebred for Walter Weiser, the 2nd, a Maryland bred by Munnings. Donnie Barr, the trainer, trains right here at Laurel Park. Some nice works on the tab. A nice half-mile bullet. January 17th, 47 and 2. Some other decent works on the tab as well. A full work tab here. A good outside post. Lasix in debut. You have this horse on top as well.
Yeah, I had him on top a couple of weeks ago. It was a recent scratch, so I'm going to come back with them. They hold the level, which is a positive to me. A little bit of an erratic work pattern. But Donnie Barr, not a huge sample over the last 5 years, though. Maiden claiming first-time starters. He's 5 for 25 with an ROI that hedges up close to $6. Top and bottom, bred to go early by Munnings out of a Not For Love mare. Dress up was really good, very quick, 6 for 20 lifetime. Made a decent amount of coin. I think Dapper Munn with a good draw outside. You should see some speed for this 3-year-old. I used the 4 in there as well. Hanalei Houdini, Hammy Smith teaming up with his brother Goree again. They had a second-place finisher yesterday with a first-time starter. And once again, this 25 to 50 level, maiden claiming firsters, especially with the 3-year-olds, it's been a good one for those guys over the years. They've teamed up, hit it a good rate. We saw Dixie Draw a few weeks ago get the job, run big first time out. By Jersey Town, I have a mare that won a lot of races, versatile. I think this one's going to be ready to go as well. I'm just trying to beat Smile Brian, who's going to be a stout favorite in here, I believe, when it's all said and done. Looks like the inside speed, but a beaten favorite the last 2.
Sure. The blinkers went on last time, and you wonder if that helped or maybe didn't help at all. Went the other way. Maybe didn't like the mud, but draws a tough inside post today. He's going to have to break sharp. And, I used the horse in my exactly. The break's going to be the key probably for the 1 Smile Brian. Back to the Hammy Smith horse. You had that stat yesterday. Hammy Smith and Goree as the owner doing awfully well.
Yeah, they've done quite well with the maiden claiming first-time starters, especially the 3-year-olds. That's been their niche. Yep.
All right, patient handling, and it pays off. So we like the same 4 horses there in race 1. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. Let's take a look here. We're going a mile, claiming 8,000 for straight 3-year-olds. We both have the 3 on top, Charging Lion. We have a video spotlight in this race.
Yeah, I think we're all going to try to beat the 2. MG Broker looks almost too good, like an Omni Fig. Here's the trip of it, Charging Lion last time out. Gets in a little tight in between horses, a 3-horse there. Maybe a little time. Needed to kind of stay in there and hold position and didn't quite do it. You're going to see this horse check out of his Glad Dad, kind of dictating the pace, ends up going pretty much coast to coast. That little check and steady took a little bit out of Charging Lion. Charging Lion's proven at the distance stand. This horse is going to come back, run fairly willingly to the end. It's going to close up about a couple lengths to the final furlong. That's good enough, guys, as Glad Dad dictated. I think Charging Lion, out of that race, it's going to stretch out and be a little bit closer. They were pretty good internal fractions that race, Stan. Charging Lion with a forward trip today, trying to upset the 2. MG Broker.
All right, so we both have the 3 with McCarthy aboard on top. A 3-2 exact. We have MG Broker. Yeah, big win last out, but maybe a red flag here, taking a drop right away first off the claim here for trainer Jerry Thurston.
Yeah, look at the numbers. I had trouble and still gallop, but hey, this is a negative drop to me.
All right, so we like the same 4 there once again. In the second, let's turn the page here. Race 3. Race 3, we have a heavy favored. We're going 5.5 furlongs, maiden claiming 50,000 for straight 3-year-olds, and yeah, you don't try to beat them as well. The 7, Spot Me if you can. Reliable connections here for a heavy favorite. Benny Perkins Jr., very solid. You get the leading rider, McCarthy. This horse should have speed on the outside, should get a nice trip. Now, that said, been the beaten favorite the last 3 starts, so he has burned some money. But a big 69 buyer speed figure last out, that kind of jumps off the page at you against his rivals in this group.
Yeah, none of the horses in here, unless one of these firsters jump up, and I couldn't find enough to excite me to get past what's going to be a 3-5, 2-5 favorite. When it's all said and done, the 7, Spot Me if you can. You said he's been well meant. Be interested to see if somebody jumps in for 50 for this horse. This is a horse that ran quick, almost a 70 buyer last time. Is a second-time gelding. We saw a top number off of that angle. Set sail from the outside. Going to be awfully tough to catch.
All right, the 1 I use in my exacta, Valiant Appeal for Marco Salazar. An okay effort 2 starts ago. Showed a little speed and then weakened. That was coming off a little layoff first start in Marco's barn. 7 furlongs in the mud. Didn't run well last out at all, going a mile against maiden special weight. Not too much of a drop today. If the horse runs the way he ran 2 starts ago, he might be able to pick up a piece.
You're right, kind of rider. Taylor Hole settle this horse. And he's made runs into the pace sprinting before. Now going to try 5.5 for the first time. I thought My Lord ran well back late November. We haven't seen this horse since. But working okay, a couple of forward works. Sprint, look at that. Amy Hall with her sprinters, 25-horse sample, 28% with a positive ROI. That's good enough. The winner there, no mistake in me, has come back. He's, I think, 2-time winner. He's run, close to a 60. I think My Lord's going to improve off the freshening.
All right, so we both have the 7, Spot Me if you can, the heavy favorite in the 3rd on top. Let's get a quick commercial break. We have a carryover in the Rainbow Pick 6 and a big carryover over 5,000 in that late Pick 5 starting race 5. We'll check it out right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 will start in race 4. A little carryover today to get you going. There it is, $716 for the Rainbow Pick 6. Let's take a look here at the 4th. We also kick off the middle Pick 4 here in race 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 5,000. Filly mares 4 and up, never won 3. Lifetime, the 5, Dorcas Carey on top for trainer Scott Lake. Katie Davis will ride this filly. A sharp win last out in the slop early January at Penn National against Nickel 2 Life Company. He's been freshened up since then. Only 1 work on the work tab since then, but that's okay. Lake's okay with this move. I'll take a shot here with the 5, Dorcas Carey on top.
Yeah, Lake trying to come back and bounce off the mat right now. Bounce back up. Been a little chilly of late at Laurel Park. Dorcas Carey going to be involved in the pace flow, no doubt about it. Might set it up a little bit better for the 1, Haley's Thunder, another Lake runner with Cedeno, kind of his money rider there. So I kind of like the 1 a little bit better than the 5 than Dorcas Carey in here. And you got speed. Do It for Spite Speed, Dorcas Carry Speed. I'm looking for a horse maybe to close from out of it. A fresh face, first time in a barn with a rider, Angel Cruz. It's on a roll right now, batting about 30% since coming back. I think Vizarian is a horse. Yeah, you see a lot of route races in his page, but made decent middle moves in those races, Stan. This race is going to set up for a closer. I like the 7, Vizarian.
I use him in my top 4. Angel Cruz, good to see him back and doing well. We both like the one here, the other Lake Runner. And you're right, you get Carol Sedania on this astrology 4-year-old filly, a good third last out. She's going to be in traffic early on. Carol's just going to have to navigate a good trip coming from off the pace.
Yeah, and Do It for Spite, so a horse back to the Lynch barn.
Right.
2 big races in this stable, right? So last couple, dismal, with stopping on a dime. Maybe they've got the whole card for this filly. Do It for Spite and hold that kiss. Can you believe the number? I think that's the biggest key. The horse is actually, she's improved a little bit the last couple races, completely overmatched last time, more realistically spotted today for Chuck DeMario.
All right, let's turn the page here. The big carryover of the day, race 5 with that late pick 5. Industry low, 12% takeout on both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. And here's the carryover for the late pick 5, $5,075. I have a ticket. Let's check it out here. Another $36 pick 5 ticket. I'll go 3 deep here in race 5. So maiden 10. Go as deep as you can here in this race. I like the 2, 10, and the 12. My single will be my best bet of the day. That's in that open 25,000 claimer going 7 furlongs. I like the closing sprinter in there. The 4, Team Tim for Damon Dilladovico. Trevor McCarthy is going to be coming late there on the 4, Team Tim. He has a win going 7 furlongs. That's how far he runs today. Then race 7, that's a wide open beaten nickel going 6 furlongs. I go 4 deep there with the 7, 8, 9, 11. And then race 8, nice allowance race going 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds. The 4, the big scratch in there, the 1, Street Prayers is scratched. The 1A By the Seashore stays in.
Right.
I go with the 4, Confessor on top. I also like the 7, Hall Pass there in today's allowance feature. And then a beaten nickel in the finale. I like a price play in there. The 10, Candyman Can Do for Englehart. And Vargas 10-1, few scratches in there, so the odds are going to come down. I go 3 deep in that race. 3, 6, 10, $36 late pick 5 ticket.
You heard that sound in the other room, didn't you? That little thud. That was Damon falling off the chair after you singled this horse.
Oh well, it's got McCarthy. He's gonna be a popular favorite here today.
Tim's he'll be in the mix today, no doubt about it.
He'll give you a run, in the
Absolutely.
final stride. So let's take a look here at the first leg, race 5. Maiden claiming 10,000, 4 and up, going to flat miles. This race wide open here. I don't even use the 5. Sure, the 5 can win with McCarthy at a decent price. Let's start there with your leading rider, Trevor McCarthy, on the 5, Mike the Tiger.
Yeah, I'm hoping he and Egan kind of team up like they did the other day. What was it? Lemon Drop Kitty, kind of lag, a horse that doesn't have a lot of speed and eventually finally got up in time. I think this race sets up for a close. There's some questionable speed types. Eagle Caviar has been sharp of late on the front end for Jonathan Maldonado drawing inside. But you got some other horses in here. Canny Shine, a first-time gelding, has flashed some speed. Zephyr Train, I think, is going to be close. Salute Loot, the 10-horse, the new face coming in from California, is another one that's going to be forward. Mike the Tiger is going to draft in a position. I think he's going to be able to kind of slowly move up into contention, 8th pole, and just grind down. It's going to be a battle of attrition the last 1/8 of a mile. He's had a lot of chances, no doubt about it. 4th time off of a break. He's back in the top shape. Today, I'm hoping, is the day for Mike the Tiger. Got the right kind of rider to wear him down.
Yeah, he's live for sure. You get McCarthy, a homebred for Michael and Debbie Horning, and trainer Jason Egan. So I didn't use the 5, but I'm not going to talk you off that one. I go with the first-time Mike Gorham horse on the outside, the 10, Salute Loot, 4-year-old by Midnight Loot. Ran a big race out there in California back in mid-December against Maiden, 20,000 going a mile. Went to the front that day and finished a good second, big 61 buyer that day. And then the Santa Anita race was just too tough, I guess, late January. But gets a nice class relief today. First start here at Laurel Park, and you get a top rider with Victor Carrasco.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Going to be a shorter price. I think he's going to take plenty of play. These guys, Robert Bonus and horses have gone before. They've had some minor success. Looking back, it wasn't glaring like with Claudio sending the horse. Speaking of Claudio, I'll throw the 12 in there. Cool Crinoline, the first time with Claudio. Ran well over sloppy seal surface going around a ground in debut. That field wasn't much, though. I would check back. Horses haven't done a whole lot. Looking for a change of scenery, but I think this horse can be positioned to stalk and move into it. Also using the 8 Zephyr Train, third off of a layoff. Smaller sample for trainer Dove Houghton. Past 3 years, third off a layoff, dirt routes, 2 for 7, 3 for 7 in the money. Zephyr Train certainly going to make a move into it, but I think he's going to have trouble that last 8th, 16th of a mile to kind of sustain.
All right, so a wide open maiden 10,000 there in race 5 to kick off the late pick 5. You like the late pick 4 today. Starts in race 6. Some nice races in the late pick 4 sequence. Our features of the day. Let's check out your ticket, see how you played it.
Yeah, $28 ticket. I'm going to use Team Tim, no doubt about it. The 4 horse, along with the 6. Stand and Salute, kind of my upset shot in race 6. Also third with 7. Nate's Tizzy going first time here for Lacey Gaudet. 7th race, the 9 and the 11. Maybe Lacey get back-to-back Turbin and Rebecca Labar. I think that horse sets up for a horse to just kind of be clear, free, clear on the outside, and make a steady progression to get it done. 8th race, we go all competitive race. 3-year-old allowance race, first level, going 6 furlongs. You talked about Scratch the Plain 1 Street Prayer, and the 2, 3 the hard way. 9th race, our single. Saratoga Heater, they just take the edge, ship the horse down, get a condition race. Saratoga Heater, your single. In the finale, $28 ticket.
All right, let's take a look here at race 6. This is a nice wide open, claiming $25,000 for 4-year-olds and upward. I mean, the conditions are wide open. We're going 7 furlongs. As far as my handicapping, well, I like the 4 as my best bet of the day. The 4, Team Tim, a Maryland-bred 7-year-old by Sharp Humor. He's made over $250,000, a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. You get Trevor McCarthy aboard today. McCarthy was aboard last out, and this horse had to break from the 1 hole. Made a nice rally. This was late January, going 6 furlongs, and had to go 4 wide and got up for a good third that day behind 2 Putt and Wild Rider. Big 79 buyer that day, an 88 buyer 2 back in the Dave's Friend. This horse a win from 2 starts, going 7 furlongs. McCarthy, I think, will give Team Tim a smart ride. He'll settle and save enough for the final furlong.
Yeah, not quite getting there, but making gains every final 1/8 of a mile. His last 6 or 7 races. I only tried this distance twice. I do like him a little bit better at 6. Against this group, I think it's going to work. I think you're going to see him some entanglement up top. Nicholas and me, I believe, has got to go ahead and send from the inside. Goldman perfect at the distance. He's just a tough old veteran. He's going to make a move into it. I think Team Tim is going to make that progression and certainly be a factor once they hit the wire. Stand and Salute, though, the 6 is kind of an upset shot for me. Some decent buyers up at Parks can handle the 7 furlong distance. A couple wins out of 8 starts with a placing. I don't know what happened last time, but they don't drop this horse. And this is a horse they claim for 12-5. Got a win, got a couple good thirds out of this horse. Easily could have jammed. They're going to give it one more try. Gets Vargas. Joseph Taylor has come in here with good success at a good ROI. Stand and Salute's kind of an upset shot in race 6. I do think Team Tim's the horse to beat in this fresh face of Nate's Tizzy. First time for Lacey Gaudet will sit a perfect trip stalking from the outside.
All right, so I didn't use the 6, but you get Vargas. A horse will get a nice trip on the outside. Ran a big number at Parks back in late December. And, all right, so we're like a couple different horses there in the 6th race. Let's take a look here at race 7. A big field here in race 7 to kick off the final pick 3. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming $5,004 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Never won 4 is a condition. We have we both have the 9-11 on top here. We have a video spotlight here in this race. Let's go ahead and show that here. And we have the video of Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, its most recent race, Dan. And, yeah, a good one. Went out there zipping along on the front end, 21-3, 45 and change. Gets hooked, but I tell you what, not a lot of quitting Wizard of Oz through the final 1/8 of a mile. Narrowly beaten by a neck by Bobcat, a next out winner. When Wizard of Oz is right, he's awfully quick up front. I believe the road is going to go through this one. He's going to take a little pressure. The 50s music to his outside likes to force the issue, as does Thaddeus. So will he get softened up a little bit? He might. If he's clear, he could be gone in this race. You can't leave him out. I'm looking for that flow to kind of come back a little bit, though. I like Turbin. I think all this young rider has to do, take back, settle off the pace, and make one steady wide run to get it done.
Yep. And she's ridden the horse the last couple of times. And Turbin, he can be a little quirky. He can be a bit erratic. He'll make a rally and take himself out of a race and then come again. But she's ridden this horse 3 times now. The first time no good, but the last couple of times very good efforts. So we haven't seen him since early January. Maybe that's a little bit of a question mark there. But he's made a bunch of money. Good form here at Laurel Park. Lacey having a good weekend. So we both like the 9 Turbin. You have him on top. I have him in my exact. I go with the 11 A True Gentleman on top for Claudio Gonzalez. A nice win last out for 7,500. 3 Life Company going 6.5. Early February at Parks. That was coming off about a 6-week little freshening, and now a jam job here to the nickel 4 Life. That's an aggressive move. Torres will be coming late here on the 11 A True Gentleman.
Yeah, he looks like the logical horse, right, Stan? He's going to be able to sit the trip from the outside and move into it. Claudio, tough at this lower level with these claimers. So, yeah, I go Turbin. A little bit of a bomb. You might want to use their hurler. Has had some trouble to one. He doesn't mind Laurel. He can kind of just stay there, ride the rail, and move into it and complete your try or super.
Yeah, and going from a 10-pound apprentice to a journeyman rider today with Callie Francois on the 1 hurler. You get a big price there. Yeah. So a big field of beaten nickel claimers to kick off the final pick 3. Let's turn the page here. Race 8. One of our features of the day, a nice first-level allowance condition for 3-year-olds. Optional claiming $50,000. We're going 6 furlongs. Couple key scratches here. Scratch the plain 1 Street Prayer. The 1A by the Seashore stays in. And also scratch McCarthy's mount. The 2-3 the hard way is scratched here from race 8. I go with the 4. I end up on the 4 on top. Street Prayer was initially my top pick. Now I go with the 4 Confessor on top. You like this Freedom Child 3-year-old as well for Carl Duran. A good third at this level. Last out going 7 furlongs. This horse been going 7 furlongs a mile and a 16th. I love the little cutback to 6 furlongs today. Victor Carrasco is going to be locked and loaded the final 1/8 of a mile on the 4 Confessor.
Yeah, a little speed comes out of this race with a scratch of 3 the hard way. But Confessor, we've got a video of its most recent race, right, on January the 20th. Hall Pass was in there as well. And you're going to pick up Confessor. He's wide. Every step of the way is kind of Hall Pass is setting the pace just off the inside. But Confessor, the one thing I like, Stan, I know he can get a route of ground. And turning back to this distance, he showed 2 little runs. He was up, then he dropped back, and then he came again. I love it when horses show that, and I think his kick is going to be more effective sprinting today at the 6 furlong distance. He's got the bottom underneath of him. I think you're going to see Carrasco going to be able to just sit inside and then just find a seam. Watch him the last 1/8 of a mile. He really picks it back up, levels off on his correct lead. Tie ball just a little too good. Hall Pass fading a little bit late. That was a good effort for Confessor on the turn back.
All right, yeah, I like that. So we both have the 4 on top, the 7 Hall Pass, another Freedom Child 3-year-old in here for Hammy Smith and Men's Grill Racing. They made $84,000 with this guy last year. Vargas will ride. His horse won this condition 2 starts ago when he was in for the $50,000 tag. That was 4th last out, going 7 furlongs on an off track. Then we cut back to 6 furlongs on a fast track. Vargas will get a nice trip for sure here on the 7 Hall Pass.
Certainly. He's going to have to deal with Obialau. He's pretty quick to the inside as well. We really don't know how good this horse is. Just airing in an allowance 2 in life, runs now for the tag. Going to be part of it. But, I like Confessor in here a lot. By the Seashore, I think he's a little bit better at 5.5, but he's going to have the right kind of setup today.
And, I used the 6 Bilal in my top 3. Some sharp wins last year as a 2-year-old. Now this Son of Mineshaft making his 3-year-old debut for Cal Lynch. Montanez will ride some sharp half-mile works. A Bullet 47 two works ago. Fastest of 84 works back on February 9th. So it looks like he's coming into the race pretty sharp.
No doubt. And his success with the 2-year-olds, now the 3-year-olds, you can't. It's tough to leave that horse out of your exacta.
How about Pimentel ending up on the 3? You have the 3 in your top 4 there. Pretty good year. Pimentel, who won on Street Prayer for his main outfit, Trombetta. I know the one Street Prayer comes out, but Centron was named on the entry. You never know what happens behind the scenes. But you get Pimentel here on the 3, pretty good year, who had a very useful debut. Had to break from the 1 hole in a 7-horse field, going 7 furlongs, and overcame all that. They bet him down to the 9-5 favorite. He didn't break well, no surprise.
No.
But then he got right up to the lead, though, didn't he?
That race was visually much better than that 54 buyer.
Yep.
Dixie Draw comes back to win. Took pressure, shook back clear, held on late. 7 furlongs. You win at 7 first time out. You're a pretty good racehorse. That's a tough distance to score first time out.
Absolutely.
So, is he as quick, as Bilal early? I'm not so sure. But Pimentel might be a little bit of a teller. Maybe get this horse to rate. I think he's got a rating gear the way he took the pressure and then kicked back away last time.
All right, so nice allowance raise for 3-year-olds to kick off the late daily double. Let's take a look here at race 9. Race 9, we're going 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000, 4 and up, 8 and 6 months. Never won 4 is a condition, and you like my price play as well here. The 10, Candy Man Can Do, 4-1 morning line. It's going to come down. You have the 7 double, the Cheers is scratched.
Yes.
The 9, Do You Want a Salsa is scratched, and also scratched the 5, One Proud Wildcat, and the 1, Jose Seaview. Vargas should get a nice ride on this Twirling Candy 4-year-old for Jerry Englehart. A sharp win here at Laurel against Nickel 3 Life as the favorite in a big 11-horse field late December. Now, we haven't seen him since then, but a nice bullet half-mile work February 11th. That was just, 11, 12 days ago. So he has speed on the outside. He'll get a nice trip here in race 9.
Just like with these Englehart horses do. They show up at Laurel and they run. They improve. Sometimes dramatically. This was a definite confidence booster. Kind of never looked like a loser last time out. Certainly going to be right in the fold today. I take Saratoga Heater. I kind of come back and keep looking. Carrasco and Maldonado, Carlos Carrasco, but they're taking an edge. That was a triple key race last time out, getting the condition. Little frustrations maybe have set in up there. Spotty hasn't run a whole lot of recent note, but I think dropping in to get the goods today.
Yeah, 7-year-olds probably for sale. The claim box might be active here in race 9. He's made almost 400,000. So, the 6, I have him in my exact as well. The 8 I didn't use. Who's the 8 here?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah, you get McCarthy, second off the claim for Dale, dropping back down to the nickel today.
I've always liked this horse.
Yeah, he's honest.
I always seem to think he's a little bit better than what he really is, but he tried hard to the wire last time. That was a pretty good group. So Rockport Young American, a key horse among this level. So fantastic. He just has to hold form to hit the board.
All right, I use a 3 Tippett at 8-1 for Lake. Good second at this level. Last out, you have the 4 Glory Hound. He gets reacquainted with Weston Hamilton today. That's a positive.
This is the type of horse, if he gets loose, he could be gone in here. He took some fight last time and held well. He's going to go a long way. Don't leave out the 4 Glory Hound.
All right, so a couple nice beaten nickels races, 7 and 9 big fields. We'll have big handles in those races. Nice allowance race in race 8. Nice card feature that late pick 5 carryover. That's over 5,000. That starts in race 5. That'll be well played on a big Saturday afternoon.
Bounce back, keep the hot streak going.
Maybe future Preakness winners running today. Where are they running today? Where are those big 3-year-olds running?
I'd have to go back and check. I'm sure there's somewhere in Florida,
Louisiana.
Yeah, we'll find one along the way.
I'm looking forward to we have the private terms coming up in March and then the Tessio in April. All right, that's it. We're out of time. Dave Robin, he's coming up next with scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.